anymore. I just go slump, I come up, I dorsiflex, and I go ahead and slouch. I want to go ahead and pull them down. They say yes. All of them say I have some type of symptom now, like because their hamstrings are tight. So now they say, look up at the ceiling. Now bring your head all the way down. Is there a dramatic change in your symptoms? No. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. So they say no, then I'm not worried about it. That's just a hamstring thing. So I didn't change that, but I pulled the nerve. So if that nerve root is a problem, we can find it. Okay. So again, don't diagnose everybody with a positive slump because they have some leg symptoms. Because almost everybody you put in that position feels a pull in the hamstring. Okay. So kind of ruled that out. So neurogenic, I'm not really too concerned about it. Go ahead and come on off. I will then strength test the gastroc. So I'm going to stand on my leg at once, and then I'm going to have you come up on your toes, up and down, up and down. Technically, by the literature, you're supposed to do this 20 reps. But I did that with most of my patients that would be disabled the next day. Have them do 20 of them. That's good enough. Other side. Kneel side. There's two things that I'm doing here. I'm going to look for a gastroc, and then I'm also going to look at her pelvic stability. If she can't hold that still, you see this, that's sort of a functional Trendelenburg, and I'm thinking that the hip is weak anyway. Relax. Okay? Then I'll go ahead and say, okay, go ahead and turn and face away from me. There's a ton of debate whether this, like the asymmetric reflexes and looking at posture and things of that nature. I go through the evaluation process because that's what I was told to do. Does the next couple of steps really feed a whole lot into that? No. But I'm going to go ahead and look. If she's if she comes with a diagnosis of a pars fracture and she's hyperlordotic and her belly's kind of hanging out and her pelvis is all anterior and tilted, chances are I got to do a lot of posture changes or anything like that. It's basic. So all of it. What does the lordosis look like? What are the iliac crest, the SIS, trochanteric? Do I see something that's absolutely aging? Do I see something that's tiny? I'm not too worried about it. Remind me if I don't go through it. It's a typical thing that I go through is to show you how to kind of rule out leg length. Because a lot of PTs and stuff, they'll see, a quarter of an inch, and they're always looking to put something in that foot. You know what I mean? All day. A lot of times you'll see just simply muscle tone from back pain. Will simply elevate the iliac crest, and it's kind of down. But I got a pretty good way of going through 3 different measures. And if they're all long, then you might be thinking that there's a leg length. The chances are there's not significant. It's just, there's lots of asymmetries because they probably have asymmetrical pain, but that doesn't mean that there's a true leg length. So I look at those. Then what I'm going to have her go ahead and do is go ahead and, I'll put my fingers on the PS. Let's go ahead and forward bend for me. So look at forward bend, come back up. And then when she comes back up, that's when you're going to see those instability signs that I talked about, or maybe a facet pain. So she's unilateral back pain, and she has guarding on the one facet. You might see this forward bend to the left. Or when she comes back up, if she's got to walk up her legs, that's an instability person. Or if she hyperextends her back to lift up, that's an instability of the lumbar spine. You're trying to get stability that way. I will go ahead and have a backward bend. What I'm seeing is a ton of motion, right? If I put a goniometer on here, I'm seeing 45, 50 degrees. I just saw probably something greater than 105, 110 degrees on forward flexion. That's just instability right now, right? That's what you're looking at. This isn't a tight person where I'm worried about hip flexors or anything. I'm just worried about stretching. This is straight. Okay. I will go ahead and have them walk. I'm looking for the obvious limps. I'm looking for hips that don't go through extension. Anything that's asymmetrical, I'm looking for during their day.